Hi, I'm Sharon Bill. Welcome to my Theory Tuition series where I'll lead you step by step through the ABRSM Theory Grades. And we're now about to continue and to finish the first paper in the Grade 2 2016 Past Papers book. There are lots of resources available to help you on my website. If you go to sharonbill.com, you'll find some free PDF information sheets. They're available in US letter or A4 and they accompany each step of this series. So all the information that you need to know for these grades can be found in these documents. You can also find a page with links to all of my YouTube video tutorials, and so if you want to refresh your memory and revise certain subjects, you can go back over those videos where I explain step by step, question by question, all of the material in the music theory and practice workbooks. You can also access information about the books that I have available. I've written a book, How to Take Your ABRSM Music Theory Exam, and it's full of tips and techniques on how to best prepare for the exam and also how to best make use of the time when you're sitting in the exam room taking your paper. So if you visit sharonbill.com, it's all there for you. If you can give me a like, that'd be fab, and subscribe to my channel to stay updated. There's loads more to come. And so now if you grab your pencil, you need your pencil, a nice and sharp, an eraser and a ruler, and then we're raring to go. So let's turn in your booklet to page 4 and we're on question 8 of paper A in this grades series. And so all of the questions will be relating to this little musical extract here. It's rather like the general exercises that you have at the end of your music theory and practice workbook. So all of your questions will be relating to this little piece of music. And so let's move on to question A, which says we need to explain the meaning of some of these musical terms and directions. Now in the 2018 papers, it's now revised that these Italian terms and performance directions will be presented to you in multiple choice form. However, it's good practice to just learn these definitions anyway, and so we will just answer these as usual. So give the meaning of lento. Now lento means slowly. That's first found, I think, in grade 1. It means the same as adagio, that also means slowly. So you just have to revise these. Okay, the upper 4 in 4/4, so that's referring to the time signature here at the start. So the upper 4 tells us how many beats per bar, the bottom number tells us what type of beat, and so we know we're saying that there are 4 beats per bar here. It's the bottom number that tells us the quarter notes or crotchet beats. MF, now MF is actually short for mezzo forte, but that doesn't quite answer it. We need to say exactly what it means. Mezzo is sort of middle or moderately, and forte means loud, so it's moderately loud. Dim is short for diminuendo, so that's what the full word is, but we've not quite answered the question yet. We need to say what that means, and it means gradually getting quieter. Oops, that's not a cue. There we go. There we go. Okay, now this is a crescendo symbol, spelt crescendo, which means the opposite of diminuendo, which is gradually getting louder now. So they'll be presented in a slightly different format on your 2018 onwards papers, but nevertheless you still need to know them in whatever guise they appear. Let's move on to question B. So the first part of question B asks us, well, first of all, it tells us the melody is in the key of A major. We're asked to draw a bracket over 3 notes next to each other that form a tonic triad in this key. So we need to find that in the extract above. Remember that a tonic triad is built of the first, the third and the fifth notes of the scale. We've been told that it's in the key of A major, so A is the first, B, C is the third, D, E is the fifth. So I know that that would be C sharps, but your key signature will deal with all of that. So we're just looking for the note heads on A, C and E. So let's just have a little glance through. It may not be in that order. We're in treble clef. Let's have a look. There we go, right at the end. It takes a little bit of spotting. We've got an A, a C and an E. So let's just bracket those. So that's that question answered. So B2 asks us to draw a circle around two notes next to each other that are a fifth apart. So we're looking for notes that are 5 apart, and actually you should find that pretty quickly right at the beginning. You can see straight away that that's a bigger jump, whereas these are quite close together. There is one here, but there's one further earlier on. So we've got A is the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's our fifth. If you missed that one, you could find this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That will do just the same. So also will this one, from here to here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Any one of those will do. There's lots there to choose from, but I've just gone for the first one I found, and that's job done. Question 3 of section B says, name the degree of the scale of the first note of the melody. Remember that the key is A major, so if A is 1, we need to name the first note of the melody. So A is 1. Actually, they've already told us that because we've already worked out that these are a fifth apart, because there's the A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've already worked that out from the previous question if you chose that interval. So the first note of the melody is the fifth degree of the scale. How many quavers or eighth notes are the tied notes in bars 6 to 7 worth in total? So let's have a look at bars 6 to 7. Here's the tied notes. So we know that a minim or a half note divides into 2 crotchets, which divides again into 4 quavers or 4 eighth notes. And so we can see all together that's worth 8 quavers or eighth notes. So there we go, that's that one. And the last question, nearly all the thinking done now. Give the time names, so crotchet, quaver or quarter note, eighth note and so on, of the rest in the last bar. So let's have a look. The last bar of the exercise is this one. Make sure you don't look at the wrong line, it's the very last bar. We're looking at this rest, which is worth 2 beats, and it's called either a minim rest or a half note rest. So it would either be minim, or if you choose, you say half note, whichever term you're used to using. So the last part really is easy marks in a sense, because we've just got to copy the music exactly as it's written, so just be careful that we copy the correct part. Here they're asking from the start of bar 1 to the end of bar 4. Sometimes they might ask us for another point in the music, so just be careful that you copy which bit they particularly ask for. The even reminders, don't forget clef, key signature, time signature, tempo marking, dynamics and all other details. Literally copy everything. It says marks will be given for neatness and accuracy, so there's no excuse really for losing any marks here with just copying. So from bar 1 to bar 4, and so they've conveniently placed the stave here closely underneath. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my bar lines aligned exactly with theirs, and then I know I'm not going to get lost and miss anything out. I'm going to keep everything exactly aligned as they've done. So we need clef, key signature, make sure you position that correctly, F, C, G sharps. Time signature, exactly as they've put it. Tempo marking, lento. And now we can get copying the main body of the music. So you can do this in any order you like. I just prefer getting the note heads in first. But as long as you copy everything exactly as it's written, doesn't matter what order you do. You can do the stems as you go along if you prefer to. I'm keeping everything nicely aligned so I don't get lost where I've got to. I don't know, I'm not going to run out of room either. So I just need some stems now. Use a ruler by all means. Just trying to be quick here. Oh, nearly there. Okay, we still haven't quite finished yet though because we still need the dynamics. So this should be MF. There's no slur markings, however we do need to write dim here. If you felt like you were unsure, you could even, for your own benefit, add the bar numbers as well just to help you. You certainly won't get penalised for doing extra work, and so you might as well do that just to help you along. It's up to you, that is, really. And so that will give you 10 marks for just copying out, so long as that you've done it neatly and accurately. And that's the end of that paper. So it just shows it's really possible to score absolute top marks on these papers. I do hope that's been helpful to you. If you can give me a like, that would be really encouraging to me. And subscribe to my channel to keep updated. I've lots more in store. I'm really enjoying this and I hope that you are too. Please do visit sharonbill.com and have a look at all the information and resources available to help you there. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.